The MG Show. What real independent journalism looks like.
What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. Welcome to the MG Show. It's Friday. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. What? I can't wait. It's been a long week for me. Thank you guys all for your prayers. Mom had that UTI. She got the delusion. We got her treated. She was in the hospital for a couple days. She came back and she was having panic attacks, and it was really kind of crazy and saying things that are like not fun. But we got her through it, guys, and thank you guys all for your prayers. I appreciate it. Shady Groove, welcome to the show. It's Friday.
Yeah, we made it to Friday. And again, I think that it has something. I think that all these different things, I hope that, everybody out there is doing really well. Here we are on Friday, almost pushing all the way through January. Now, only another week left to go. But, what Jeff is talking about there, what he's been doing, Jeff is taking care of his mom, Mama Matrix. And it has been an unbelievable journey. Effectively to try to keep things it's such a struggle, and I empathize with all of you out there so much that are trying to take care of your parents, or trying to take care of someone and interface with this system. I think the biggest drag on everything, Jeff, is like the way you're having to interface with the system, the way the system misses links. There's things that you're not considering. They leave things out. One person omits this, the next so Jeff is actually thinking about everything, taking care of his mom, and at the same time hitting the mark every single day here. So God bless you, sir. Big 17 in the chat out there for In the Matrix, for all the work that he's doing for all of us here to keep us on the straight and narrow. I'm going to pretend like it's not me keeping us on the straight and narrow for a few minutes and give the credit to Jeff.
It's all your fault, Shady. Wait, what? No,
I
really appreciate it because, I had a kind of a little bit of a breakdown, the other day on the 17th, it looks like. And I posted a Facebook post and, basically said, family, it's time to lay it out straight. No sugarcoating. My brother is currently vacationing in Belgium and Holland, and he will be posting scenic shots of windmills, canals, beer, and good times across Europe. But here's the reality check back home. Okay? Mom is sitting alone day after day with zero contact from him. Not one call, not one text, not even a quick, "How are you, Mom?" During his whole trip, let alone years of no contact with his mom. I'm the one handling everything, Shady Groove.
I know.
24/7, right here. Meds, doctor visits, meals, cleaning, emergencies, all of it alone. No help showing up, no emotional support, and zero phone calls to his own mother. This isn't new behavior, but watching him jet set in Europe while mom waits for a ring on the phone that never comes, it hits different, guys. Mom raised both of us. She loves him. And I do too. But real love shows up at minimum with a 2-minute call, right? I mean, come on. So here's the truth for the whole family. One kid steps up every single day in Palm City, and the other one disappears when it matters most. Mom's a fighter. I'm proud to be the one to be here for her every day, Shady, and prayers for her strength. If your family, you know who is really there. No more pretending otherwise. I'm sick of it. Okay. And then it was interesting. The same time I posted that, Shady, Jim Brewer posted something pretty interesting. Let me just play it real quick.
Okay.
I just want to get this off my chest. Thank you.
You're 100%. The stage or the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. So this is the. Let me just see. How come it's not?
If you grew up in a household where your mother took care of you, where your father took care of you, or your grandparents, there is a time where they're not invincible anymore. And now it's time for you to take care of them. And that's the natural order of life. And we're stuck in a system where we think we're important. We think we're better than all. We've lost our spirituality. We lost our existence. And we just put him in a home because it's convenient. Or we put him in because we can't do it. And listen, a lot of you can't do it. And a lot of people are not made to do it. But if you are doing it, know if you sacrifice to do it, you're doing the right thing. Because I can guarantee you this, you're going to sleep great at night because you have closure and you know you did the best you can. And when things are over, I will tell you this, it's not easy when they're over. It's not easy. It takes time to get over that pain and healing. However, you will feel guilty. I could have done more. I felt that way. I was like, I could have done more. And my friends were like, Brewer, you took your dad on tour. You were there for him. You showered him. I said, yeah, I could have done more. I could have done more. You always feel you could do more. It's natural to go through all this. If you grew up in a household where your mother took care of you.
Why can't I stop it? There we go. So I got that off my chest, and so, in 2017, I got an email from my brother-in-law, who I loved, saying that he didn't like me and he doesn't want to call his mom. And I'm sorry. I'm airing my dirty laundry to you guys. And they live 17 minutes away, Shady.
Yes, sir.
And they don't even see his own mom, who cared for him every single day, helped him financially, emotionally, spiritually. And they think they're too important, okay? Their movement is more important than their mom. Their everything else is more important. Well, it's not. You guys are full of shit and you lost your way. I pray for you.
And that is very kind of you to do that, sir. I would like to say what a blessing that it for me in particular that it was that I wasn't didn't have to be in that situation. Me having to take care of my mom would not have been good. It would not have been good. And her passing the way that she did, guys. It's like I sit here like Brewer said, and I'm like, man, like I didn't understand that she was in that shape. I couldn't see it. The people that were around her weren't telling me. I should have been there. I feel like I should have been there. Get over that.
You made amends with her, though, and that's huge.
I did, but I'm just saying you're there. Okay, so that's the point. The point is you're there, and she deserves. She's taken care of, because she deserves to be taken care of, not to be ignored. And so many people just decide that we can throw them away whenever they get older. And the reality of the situation is, Jeff, is that all of the toxicity in the food system is what's caused our elderly society to be the way that they are, because they've never had any nutrition. They've never eaten good. They've eaten all this junk their whole life. They've been told that cheap food is good food. Well, the reality is cheap food, you will either pay for that food later if you eat cheap food, or you'll pay for it now to eat good food and maybe live long.
Thank you for the comments, guys. I appreciate it. Brothers and douchebags. Well, I'm a big brother, and I'm mad at my little brother, okay? Taking care of my father-in-law, that's from Lisa. And no other siblings. Finally moved him into assisted living. We couldn't keep up with his needs anymore. Yeah, I'm trying to manage her life so she's not in there. And, the whole joke, with let's put her in I don't want her in one of those places, man. I want to keep her out as long as possible. Keep her life good. And I want to thank you to the 113 comments on that post on Facebook and the 250 over 200 likes, and all the encouraging words that you guys said. Thank you so much.
It's also a blessing to. By the way, let's just mention it's also a blessing to be able to do this every day, guys, with all of you, and to be able to pass along an interpretation of the world or an understanding of the world that makes sense is very important to us, and we spend a lot of time trying to make sure that we are understanding what's going on, so that whenever we talk about things like the way that the two of us mock the system together is very, very important. Like we have these understandings where we can joke with one another and we can suspend disbelief and we can play the part of the person that doesn't understand, so that we can help everybody out there understand how dumb and silly and ridiculous some of these different things are. Effectively, how in the world could we be more blessed than to be have the opportunity to share this from all of you every day and have you guys support what we're doing here. We really didn't think that this was going to. I didn't know this was going to work whenever we started all this out.
And it did work, and we got censored for it, and apparently we're over the target, right? I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I do have something that happened to me today that I'm pretty happy about. Can I say?
We led right into that, didn't we?
Should I say it?
You should absolutely say it.
Harmeet Dillon followed me today.
Kaboom.
Wow.
Because we're standing up against the black pillars is what I think. We're standing up against the people that are lying and trying to light fires around the administration and trying to throw sand in people's face and pretend like things are happening that aren't happening. But we're standing up for the truth. Yeah. And I think that's why.
And that's what all I wanted is the truth. I mean, all these people are all mind controlled over BS, and they lost their way, man. And I pray for my brother, and his husband. Bad people, bad,
mean people.
Yeah, that's his mom, bro. Anyways. So, and there's a lot more to that story, and I'm airing out my dirty laundry because it feels good to be the one here for my mom, and I know that I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you very much, guys. All right, so with that being said, they were mad at me for following Q too, Shady.
I know. I understood that.
Yeah. It's we've got a bunch of Q proofs today. So can I just go over those real quick, and then we can get to how Davos was such a freaking amazing success?
I think that's a great leaping point.
All right. So, and I also want to read a comment from Dog with a Hat. All right. The world has changed in 7 years plus. At times, it was damn painful. Thank you, MG Show, for the timely shows that spoke the truth, that kept us on the path to where we've arrived at their end. Your truth and perseverance saved many from the deceivers. And I love that. And thank you so much. And I reposted it. It's on my Twitter if you guys want to give that a follow. But here we have a Brave New World pesky Q-proof. On 1/23/2026 at 1:28 a.m., President Donald Trump posts a graphic of Newsmax, okay, that says Donald Trump's Brave New World, guys. And he's in a pilot, he's orchestrating it. He is he's a pilot. He's got the whole pilot gear up. But on 11/7/2018, we are going to show you a new world. Those who are blind will soon see the light. A beautiful, brave new world lies ahead. We take this journey together, one step at a time. And the key match phrase, Brave New World, is bold and highlighted in many reposts of the drop, and the magazine cover uses it verbatim in the headline. This isn't coincidence. It's synchronicity that the Patriots, all of us, have been waiting for. After years of fake news, globalist sabotage, and deep state resistance, we're now seeing the beautiful, brave new world manifest under Trump's leadership. Border security ramping up, economic nationalism delivering results, and America First policies dismantling the corrupt old world order. Shady.
Do you see where this is going? Do you understand the dynamic now of who is in charge of where the world is going? The brave new world that they wanted is not the brave new world that we're getting. You recognize that, right? The brave new world that they were angling for, that they were engineering, was a world in which scarcity ruled the day. The brave new world that we're looking at is the world where abundance rules the day. where everybody has too much, not everybody has nothing. Okay. Think about that dynamic for just a minute. There's a number of things. And there's one thing I wanted to go off just a second on this about what Elon is saying. And I don't know if you guys have heard this stuff about universal high income that Elon Musk has talked about for a minute. And I see these people ranting and raving and freaking out about this. So I dug into it a little bit because I'm skeptical. But what I realized, Jeff, was very interesting because what it explained to me was that so in the 1800s, 90% of the world were farmers, and it took 90% of the world to feed around 1 billion people. Today, we sit here and about 3% of the world are farmers, and 3% of the world are feeding about 8 billion people. So what Grok explained to me is like once you add in the metric of the robotics systems that are doing these mundane jobs that humans have been doing for hundreds and hundreds of years, then all of a sudden the net production increases to a degree. In other words, these damn robots don't have to stop. They don't have to like wait around, eat food, and do all these other things. You just basically have to make sure they're plugged in.
Yeah.
So the math was crazy, guys. The math was crazy. It was showing that literally with in a few years, we may actually be seeing a world where everybody has enough. And if everybody has enough, it's not going to be what you perceive as like, oh, everybody's going to be just walking around and doing nothing and being stupid and running. No, everybody's going to be able to explore what their creative inner parts want to explore without being tied down. So it's an interesting look at the future that I had not considered before, guys. And I'm working on taking my doom and gloom away too.
Yeah.
I've got doom and gloom too. Like, these people fed this stuff to me, and I'm working with you trying to get it all out. I don't want it anymore.
Like I was afraid when I saw Brave New World Order, New Order. Like I did not like that Q post at that time, Shady.
I understand.
And
now look, gold is $5,000 an ounce. Silver just clipped 100. The $1.85 gas in America, even out here, I just saw $2.99 in Oregon yesterday. Wow. For the first time we hit $2.99. So our ability to have abundance is a lot more likely now than it has ever been since 1900.
And he's taking that back from the bloodlines, guys. Not like what the Promethean people say, that the psyop of communism is a British thing. I'm done with those people, Shady. Right. I'm just going to say it. I'm done with Promethean action. Right. They're wrong. And they've got some sort of weird agenda. Mary 81, 17 for Mama Matrix. Thank you so much for that Rumble Rant, $17. Storm Rider, prayers for Mama Matrix. And for all the moms out there, love you all. That's a $50 Rumble Rant. KX2 says, I feel you, Jeff. My mom is 93, late stage, Alzheimer, broke her femur. Oh, God. Only other sibling who showed up was my big brother, who also has Alzheimer. I'm one of 7 kids. God bless you and Mama Matrix. God bless you, too, man.
I mean, see,
and it's not easy.
But it's also like, think about that, what that person is explaining right there. Like, look at that. Like, look at the world that we're living in, this world that we're living in, where these people, it is not us that is disassociated from caring about these people. It is these people that have been talked into not caring about us by the media. It's not us. I still care about the people that don't like me anymore because I like Trump. They don't care about me. I didn't change. They changed. They were convinced by the TV. The TV was even able to convince my mom that there was something. I had to it was the struggle I went through with her because of the TV telling her things about me that she's somehow believing.
Yeah, QAnon, booga booga.
There you go.
President Hughes says, on a lighter note and slightly lower off topic, I was watching an old clip recorded of the show. Jeff, you are looking so much more healthier. You have really slimmed down, friend. Thank you. Yeah. 217 right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shady is like 17 months with no smoking.
Yeah. God bless you for that.
Oh boy, is that an accomplishment.
And I want to just tell you this too, because we have somebody that helps my mom take showers a couple times a week, okay? And she is a beautiful soul, and I love her a lot, and we are able to actually talk. But she doesn't like President Trump, and I understand why. And I told her that I understand why. And we're talking about the ICE situation. And I showed her the DHS.gov/WOW, the worst of the worst. I go, look at this. So what do you think about ICE now? And I showed her there was like 1,600 pages, right? Times 12 each. That's 20,000, give or take. People that are on that page. 20,000 are all criminals. I go, they're not going to people's homes. They are actually getting people that are already charged. Okay. And, Minnesota let them out of the jails so they couldn't go get them at the jail. So now we got to go house to house. It's their fault, not yours. And, and I showed her the one video of the ICE agent saying, this guy is a child predator.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're protesting against. So it's coming, guys. The difference of perception is closing and closing and closing fast. And I said, what is the biggest thing that will, cross party lines? Children. A lot of these people are child abusers, and they're protesting for people that harm children. Do you support that? Simple question. No, she didn't.
And what was the outcome of the conversation?
She agrees with this particular point.
She understood the point. That's all you needed to do. You don't need like the mayhem in the media. It's just like J6, right? They're not going to give you that. They take a picture of the tiny little pixel and they tell you it's the whole story. You see, and the art of omission is the thing that we complain about with the InfoWars people, right? And that is the whole con. That art, the art of omission to control people, goes back to before we were writing on paper. You don't understand how old and ancient these different tactics are. JD Vance yesterday did an amazing job. He came out, he went to Minnesota, he put the flag of the real Minnesota flag out in front, not this Somali Minnesota flag, but the comments that he made, Jeff, were very, very direct in saying to these people, listen, we know that you have the sexual predator. These people that are in law enforcement will not even tell us where his last known address was. That's how much of the investigation we have to do. And not only do we have to do that investigation because they know and they won't tell us, which would be easy and we could go get them. No. But now we have to have hundreds of extra ICE agents in the field in 10-degree weather in Minneapolis because they've got to protect the freaking perimeter around the officers that are doing the actual work to get the guy out of there. Mm-hmm. See, this is how you create chaos and then weaponize it. It's the exact same thing. They're using the spin. They basically take the story they need and they spin reality backwards till they get to the right little lock and then they publish it. Yeah.
So R. Hansen says, my mom hates Trump and I just can't understand that. It's beyond me. And ironic, she doesn't know why. And it's ironic. What's ironic is she doesn't know why. Understand that when somebody says that I cannot stand that guy, I say I understand why, and it's okay. Okay, but let's look at the actions. And I like that you asked her what makes you not like Trump, and ask them what, and if they can't tell you, just look at them and go, that's interesting. Like pregnant pause, those help a lot. It's and then explain why. The mainstream media has got you mind controlled, brainwashed. I mean, it's very interesting how to take people through that conversation. But I understand completely why people don't like Donald Trump, Shady.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point to make to the person making that comment, because we have a personal connection to what people say, and whenever people say something to us, we take it like, okay, they were saying it to us. But sometimes they're not talking directly to you; they're talking to reality in general, and people that make these comments like you were saying, oh, I can't stand this guy. And the reason that you're going to understand them is because you recognize what the media is doing to them. You see? So you're going to be understanding of them, what Jeff's trying to explain to you. I think this is what you were trying to say. You're going to say to them, I understand exactly what you're saying, because if I were paying attention to that type of information and getting my information in that manner, I would easily draw the same conclusions that you are drawing. Yeah. And then, like Jeff said, ask them what it is they don't like, wait for them to not be able to articulate what they don't like, and then don't fight them. Right. No fighting at all. What you do is you look at them like maybe, it might be time for the senior discount. You know what I'm saying? You kind of give them that eye,
because when I don't like somebody, I know exactly why.
Exactly right. There's 100%. Like you can't make right. You can't make people. You can't make us hate you, but we cannot like you. And whenever we don't like you, we understand why we don't like you, so that we can understand how to not get involved with you in ways that could possibly be detrimental to our best interest.
Exactly. And, Charlie Kirk was a master at that kind of, that's why he was on the college campuses. He would listen to what people say to him, and he says, what makes you believe what you believe, right? And let them answer. And he would like, wait a minute. He'd put how he put the mic down, let them talk. I mean, he was very good at what he did, guys. And he would, it wouldn't end up in really a shouting match. It would end up like, okay, I see how you believe in that, but have you considered this? You see what I'm saying? Like, have you considered the actions of what Trump is actually doing? The stuff that they're not paying attention to, very interesting conversation.
It's a great conversation. I think that this conversation that we're having right now is a predicate for where we're heading in the future. I think a year from now, people are going to see what happens with the taxes. People are going to see what happens with the tariffs. People are going to see what happens in the midterms. People are going to see how we stand up and defend what it is we've done. And they have a really good connection. In the long run, the Joe Biden administration is going to be the best thing that ever happened to this country, because it woke up enough people. It gave enough people the Communism 101 course. You see, too many Americans didn't have Communism 101. School forgot to teach them that. So we got Joe Biden taught a huge amount of the country what communism really is.
Yeah.
From Obama from the basement. You got a piece of what Obama and Michelle really want. Now let's move forward in the golden age with Donald Trump and the future of America.
Right. So here we have another pesky Q proof. Shady, you ready for this one?
I'm ready for the second one. Yep.
Oh, Rev Rob, $17 gold on the Rumble wallet. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, man.
Shiny.
Wow. So shiny. I feel your pain, Jeff. I lost my mom in 93 and dad in 97. Both were able to die at home because I stayed with them.
Oh, wow.
God bless you, bro. Wow.
That's not easy. What a big thing to do, man.
It's hard. That's hard.
That's a long time ago.
Love you, man. And it still
probably
affects you today. So here we go, Shady. This is, here we have a pesky puke. Puke?
Okay, it is Friday.
Proof.
We're going to let that go.
Pesky. Regarding directed energy weapons. 12326, the Department of War CTO. The CTO is the head of technology, guys, okay? Research of engineering, the CTO. And this is the, yes, the Department of War has directed energy weapons. Yes, we are scaling them. But on 9/16/2020, post 4726 goes to this 135. So we want to go to this post and go to 135. What the heck did they do to this?
Jeff?
What?
Why is that so slowed down?
Why did they do this?
You're on 33 speed, man.
Playback speed is 1x.
Wow.
What the hell is...
I need to speed that up a little bit.
What are they doing?
Maybe we should refresh it. I listened to this morning. It sounded normal.
Yeah, me too.
Twitter is like failing.
Wow. So let's go to 135 of this. Oh my God.
We do it live, ladies and gentlemen.
All nuclear rivals, China and Russia,
What the hell?
long-standing governments in air power.
I just don't know what to say, guys.
Is it really like that on me? I gotta go.
Can anybody else confirm that?
I love how we find these anomalies in reality. We come here to do a show. It's very easy.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is push the button to play the clip.
Go to 135.
You got the minute mark perfect.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Playback speed is 1x. It's not 33. It's not anything else.
Here, let's do it the hard way. Hang on.
To counter our strengths. Meanwhile, in space, Moscow and Beijing have turned
Go to 135.
into a warfighting domain. They have weaponized space through killer satellites, directed energy weapons, and more in an effort to exploit our systems and chip away at our military advantage. Furthermore, our competitors and adversaries exploit cyberspace to undermine our security without confronting our conventional strengths. They do this all in an increasingly gray zone of engagement that keeps us in a perpetual state of competition. The National Defense Strategy guides us as we adapt the force to this challenging, complex security environment by first, divesting from legacy systems, second, reinvesting in our highest priorities, and third, making the tough choices required to break from the status quo and continue outpacing the competition.
There you go. There you go. So that's it. Who had it? China and Russia, right? Isn't that what he said,
Yep.
Shady?
Yep.
So, and going back to this, military satellite applications, military.com says this right here. Air Force harnessing power of directed energy. Air Force's unprecedented power in ways that serves, protects, and champions freedom from powerful electromagnetics to electro-optics. They're always exploring new ways to give our warfare the upper hand. And this is the Post. Yes, the Department of War has directed energy weapons. We are scaling them. Light speed lethality, directed energy dominant, Shady. Wow.
Yeah, we're going to basically stop China from using them to start fires in the Palisades, I hope.
Wow.
I mean, really, like, look what we're doing here right now. Like, look at what we just saw with Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, going over to Davos and acting like he is like going to be like ascending to the world stage as the American president one day, trying to assert himself whenever the guy, to be a leader, you got to be able to lead. Okay. Talk to any human being that owns a house down there in California. You don't have to go to Pacific Palisades. You don't have to go. I can cross the border. I can talk to any person on the street. Nobody there likes him. Nobody thinks he's doing a good job. Even Democrats in California do not think he's doing a good job, but because they can manipulate the vote so well, and because they've been holding on to power in California and doing this for so long, they're manipulating the whole country by these small amount of families. Correct.
Gavin Newsom is a bloodline, guys.
And we're going to be talking about that today.
Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about Switzerland today in hour number 2. Don't forget to get your Rumble Premium. Thank you, Midnight Star Rider, for the 5 subscriptions. We're going to be talking about Follow the Bloodlines. Today, hour number 2. All right, here we go. Effective today. This was yesterday. The United States has exited the World Health Organization. This fulfills President Trump's commitment under an executive order who signed 1 year ago following the WHO's mishandling of COVID-19. And I'm going to put air quotes on mishandling of COVID-19 and its ongoing lack of reform, accountability, and transparency. But boy, I'll tell you this, Shady Grove, on 5/14/2020, is this about the virus or about protecting themselves? Mail-in ballot push, election, deeds, state bailouts push, refusal to testify regarding fear of COVID-19. Who benefits the most?
This is
another one. January 15th, 2020. 1. China USA Phase 1 deal executed. China bad day. 2. Impeachment articles released by Pelosi walked, delivered to the Senate. Attack versus POTUS. Coordinated, planned for a specific day. 3. First COVID-19 case lands in Seattle-Tacoma Airport. Attack versus POTUS. Mathematical probability, same day, natural versus controlled. Who benefits the most? Evil surrounds us. And there's a couple more, too, guys. I just picked out a couple of them. And then remember this. The WHO and China have enjoyed a long, productive partnership. Symbolism will be their downfall with the Shiva right there, Shady.
Yep. Think about that. And also there was, a number of other posts that were indicative of how that. And if you've studied the what their plan was, okay, the plan was to basically use the WHO, WHO, the IMF, and the Bank of International Settlements to enslave the world. That was effectively the plan. That's what all roads stop in those specific areas. And then when you talk about Planned Parenthood and a number of these other things, what starts to happen is you start to paint a pattern. All of a sudden, a lot of things start ending up in Switzerland. Yeah. And you're like, oh, it starts scratching your head, and you start looking at their flag, and then you start wondering why the Swiss Guard protect the Pope, and then you start thinking about bloodlines, and you start hearing things like neutral country in your mind, and you start to see the flags that go back into ancient history that are connected to the secret societies, and then you're thinking, and then all the global elite are getting together in their country, and then you're thinking, and then all of a sudden they look at you and say, stop thinking. Just quit thinking. We don't need you to be thinking. Don't be making connections. What's wrong with you? You go back over there, eat your junk food, and drink your alcohol, take your cocaine, and shut up.
Yeah.
That's what the globalists have been saying to you for decades. And Donald Trump is saying something a little different. He's like, hey, come over here and get a slice of the future.
That's right. Moody, yes, all the same day.
Yep.
The impeachment. Remember, she wheeled it over in a wheelbarrow. Remember that?
All the same day. It's so great that Q made that marker for us to remember that. All the same day. They knew this was happening. It was intentional. The whole thing was set in motion, just like they set in motion J6.
That's right. That's right. Wow, guys. So those are just a couple, and proofs are being missed because, I can't get them all. And, I lost track of the torch guy. I don't see him in my feed anymore. And he's good, but I haven't seen him in a while. And, I don't see anybody else doing Q proofs.
Well, because they didn't come here to do it. They came here to obfuscate it and then take everybody and go in a different direction and try to black pill MAGA.
Yeah.
That was the real point.
Black pill. All right. So remember, Harmeet Dillon called out Mike Flynn Jr. I wrote the post about Harmeet, yay, right? Calling out black pill, Flynn Jr. and Flynn. And now I get a follow by her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Things are happening, Shady.
Things are really happening, and we're only a year in.
Wow. And thank you for that, guys. Yeah, so Shady, we also want to talk about the success in Davos, and I think you have something that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I want you guys to see this. This is a very very good comment here that I wanted to read to you guys. So this guy right here, he's got big opinions for the staff writer for the Atlantic, Tom Nichols, and I wanted to highlight him because his comment about Donald Trump in Davos was this: no one can be watching this Davos speech and reach any conclusion but that the president of the United States is mentally disturbed and that something is deeply wrong with him. This is both embarrassing and extremely dangerous.
And by the way, I'm blocked by that LH Gray.
Well, that's a freaking compliment. So this is the comment that was written that I felt like was
but
valuable.
It's a good comment.
Was valuable enough to bring to you guys, and I'm going to read it in full for you right here. And here we go. No, Tom, shut the F up and listen, Tom. The man walked into that gilded snake pit at Davos and eviscerated the entire globalist cabal with the cold, unflinching precision of a predator who's done toying with his prey. On their stage, under their lights, broadcast on their networks, forced every last one of them, those smug, self-appointed overlords, to sit in silence while he carved their rotten empire to the bone.
Boom.
He didn't scream. He didn't need to. His voice was low, steady, absolute. Every sentence a kill shot. He exposed the climate hoax for the multi-billion-dollar wealth transfer it is.
Trillion.
He named the open borders agenda as the deliberate dilution of the sovereign nations. He called out the currency wars, the offshoring scams, the engineered collapse of Western industry, all of it orchestrated by the same parasites who lecture the rest of us about sustainability while burning jet fuel to fly their private fleets into Switzerland for a week of mutual back patting and champagne. This wasn't anger. This was execution. They perched there in their tailored hypocrisy, cashmere sweaters, bespoke suits, faces frozen in the practiced mask of enlightened concern, while the president of the United States looked them dead in the eye and ended their charade. Politely, ruthlessly, he informed them in plain language that the days of America bankrolling their utopia delusions, their population replacement schemes, their digital surveillance grid, their endless wars for democracy, all of it funded by the American taxpayer, are finished, done, over. But the entire Davos class, the unelected technocrats, the hedge fund vampires, the NGO grifters, the media courtesans, on explicit notice, your reign of unchallenged arrogance is terminated. We see every tentacle of your operation. We know exactly what you are, a parasitic elite that has feasted on the productive class for decades while selling the corpse back to us as progress. What you diagnose as mental disturbance is what unfiltered strength looks like to cowards who've spent their lives groveling before power. What you label embarrassing is the sound of a sovereign people finally refusing to kneel. What you find dangerous is the sight of your entire worldview collapsing in real time, live on global television, delivered by a man who cannot be bought, bullied, or bribed. He didn't just address that room. He spoke past them, directly to the hundreds of millions who've been looted, lectured, and lied to by these people, to every factory worker whose job was shipped overseas, to every parent watching their child's school being turned into an indoctrination camp, to every citizen tired of watching their borders erased while billionaires build moats around their own compounds. That audience of predators just witnessed the beginning of their obsolescence. They felt it, the shift in the air, the sudden realization that the protection racket they've run for 50 years has a new sheriff, and he's not asking nicely anymore. They know what's coming. They felt the ground move under their feet, and they are terrified. So go ahead, Tom. Keep clutching your pearls. Keep diagnosing from your safe, sanitized distance. The rest of us recognize the sound of history correcting itself. Sleep lightly. The reckoning isn't coming. It's already here.
Wow. Good thing you read that because I can't say tentacles.
That's all you got out of that.
That's all I got out of that. That was awesome, actually. Wow. Very good comments. And it's true.
That's well
and,
said.
you know, people are focusing on such bullshit on X and everywhere else that it's ridiculous. That was actually, that comment was very well done, bro.
I feel like that it encapsulated what it was that we were saying here yesterday, specifically about he's talking over them. The reason that they're confused is because what they don't hear Donald Trump talking their little clan speak. He's talking the normal language. He's talking to you. He's using human speak to speak to human beings. You can't go up to one of these people that are there at Davos and sit there and look them in the eye and have like a normal back and forth conversation. There's no connection. They don't even see you. Q explained you are sheep to them.
Yeah.
They see you as sheep. And I'd like to bring your attention to people like Mike Flynn Jr., who keeps calling you sheep. Isn't that interesting that him and his daddy keep calling you sheep? And we were told that you are sheep to them, but we're also to believe that they're not them. Isn't that a dynamic that we can just chomp right up and eat all day?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Shady, let me quickly do this real quick. We got a little less than 10 minutes before we go to premium, guys. But I want to just go ahead and read this ad here because it helps us out. Hey, Patriots, in a world flooded with big pharma lies, mega ministry, gatekeeping, and Hollywood deception, Faith and Freedom TV is fighting back. We're amplifying real voices and with uncensored news, powerful teachings, worship music, and truth-filled content 24/7, free from distortions. Subscribe to our Rumble channel at faithandfreedom.live. That's faith with an N, like Nancy, and freedom.live. So faith and freedom, the N, like Nancy. Catch Amanda Grace dropping prophetic fire. Danae Clement, Kim Clement's daughter, sharing biblical revelations. Dr. Sherry Tenpenny exposing health truths. The Resistance Chicks and Standing Bold Freedom. And Rick from Blessed to Teach brings daily inspiration. We know him. Subscribe right here on Rumble. Hit the notifications and join the movement against the elite silence. Go now to faithandfreedom.live. Faith with the N. Faith and Freedom live. .live, excuse me. Subscribe and let's reclaim truth together.
Thank you so much for reading that.
Yeah, I'm going to read it, but that's it. I'm going to read it, but that's it. All right, ready? The Magic Woman, thank you so much. Magic Woman right there is one of our sponsors that I read her ad with the, what was it? The
today in unnecessary censorship.
Yeah. 5 subscriptions to the MG show. We really appreciate you. And, we're so busy. We have a hard time keeping up with the emails. Stay tuned. We will get back to you. Promise. Don't worry. I got an email last night from you as well. So the F-bomb jars. That's right. Thank you so much.
Yes. And
Yes.
I was slack on that email last night, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the mark there.
Perkins Perspective says, I like Amanda Grace and Rick Blessed to Teach. Resistance Chicks are interesting. I think they're all interesting, to be quite honest. Flynn. Network.
Low your roll.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, they sponsored us today, so thank you for that. Appreciate it.
We do appreciate that greatly.
Go to MG Show on Rumble, rumble.com/MG Show, and click that subscribe button today.
I mean, I'm just going to say real quick, you know, after reading that and understanding, you know, like that there's other people out there that kind of see this absurdity. It's really a moment that we need to understand that we can easily capture. We can easily capture this moment and run with it, like, you know, capture the flag type game that we used to play. They're going to have to follow you. They're going to have to follow us. It doesn't matter. You know, where we go one, we go all actually means these people have no choice but to go where we're going. That's the bottom line of it. Like they can resist. They can kick and scream like a petulant child in the back of the car that's throwing a temper tantrum all they want to. They can paint their hair. They can act like idiots. But at the end of the day, if you mess with law enforcement, you're going to prison. Okay. Yeah. That's the bottom line, you know, and the reality is, Jeff, what they were trying to do is they were trying to turn America into Gotham. And Gotham is not law and order. Gotham is something else. Gotham is that the criminals are running the streets and you need Batman because the police can't do their job. What we want is the opposite of that. What we want are the cities to be a location where the police do their job, and you don't need a Batman to come in and save you from the criminal element of your society because they're not there. Bongino said last night, Jeff, the homicide rate in America is the lowest since 1900. Have you seen a headline anywhere, any paper, any morning news broadcast anywhere in the country? Just one example. Show me one example of any news broadcast explaining to the American people that the homicide rate in this country is lower than it has been in 125 years.
Yeah.
They're not writing the stories, guys. This is treason by omission.
Yeah, it's libel, guys. You know, Dan Bongino even posted today on his X, you know, about, you know, like Axios and the articles and the ridiculousness. I mean, do they even read what they're saying, Shady? I mean, they're saying that it's low, but cash bad, Bongino bad. You know, it's like so stupid.
It's amazingly stupid. What it is it's a IQ test. Okay, there's people online, and I know that there's a number of them that are actually eating up this stuff, that are, you know, like acting like they really think these things about Cash and Bondi. There are a few of them, but the large majority of them do not think these things. They're thinking the opposite, guys. If you see somebody online posting about Cash Patel being Trash Patel or Pam Bondi being Scam Blondie, immediately don't believe what they're writing. Immediately think that it's someone on the other end of that keyboard that would be afraid of Cash Patel catching them doing what they're doing online in their little networks, right? They're afraid of Pam Bondi stopping what they're being able to do on the Chan boards. They're afraid of them stopping them from what they're being able to do on the dark web. They're afraid of Pam Bondi and Cash Patel stopping their networks from being able to operate in foreign countries. That's what my opinion is.
And then they're trying to protect their narrative yesterday. Did you see the two clowns yesterday, Shady Groove?
Which ones?
Fanon and Rakelin?
Oh.
I think they're working together, guys.
Two wings of the same bird.
Yep. And they're trying to preserve the narrative, okay? And, you know, Ivan Rakelin, you know, was part of the Friends of Stone chat. Roger Stone of Storm Foretold. They don't want that getting out, guys.
They want you to think that it's a Fed surrection. They don't want you to realize that it was a military color revolution coup
led by
the brothers Flynn.
Yep. And Roger Stone, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, all of them. That was a fake fight, guys. And they've clashed before. And it looks good, looks really good. But did you see him like he was really being restrained? The guy's like grabbing his,
I saw the video that you made where they were like, sexy time.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous.
That was hilarious.
It's ridiculous. These people are ridiculous. I don't care about either one of them. They're both lying sacks of crap. In fact, I think it was Lincoln Logger that had that Spider-Man memo. They're both pointing at each other. You're a Fed. You're a Fed. And that's exactly what I saw when I saw that Ivan Rakelin BS thing. That was set up. To take attention away from what's coming out in the hearing. And for another reason why I think it's set up is Fanon wore a drop kick Murphy's shirt to the. He was said, "Get over here, Raiklin's here. Come on, we need to get this on camera."
Because Raiklin and Stuart Rhodes were there the day before, so he obviously knew they were going to be there.
Well, or they wanted to set up their little movie.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they were like, they coordinated this from like day to day. Like Ivan is in DC every day. He's up there no matter what they're doing on Capitol Hill, making his dumb videos and interfacing with the press, acting like to the press that he represents what we think.
Yep. It's Bukkake Theater, Shady Grove, right here. There's the meme right there that Lincoln Lugger. What?
Kabuki.
What did I say?
I'm not saying what you said.
Oh my God.
I am not saying that.
So Ivan and Michael are going at it. What are the odds? Ivan also ran into Fanon back in March 2025 at the hotel during CPAC. Weird. They always just seem to run into each other. And this is a great point. There it is right there. Look how fake this is, Shady. I'm just going to show it. Look at. Come here.
Fake.
I got you. Oh, come here.
Oh.
Bomb chicka bow bow.
I've been feeling fine.
And you know what? I believe Raiklin did threaten his children. These people are sick.
I 100% believe he did. Raiklin's brought Enrique Ontario right there.
Yeah.
Whenever he was, whenever Enrique got released, he brought him to wherever Michael was.
Yeah.
And this guy completely lied his ass off. I mean, it's like, I'm not trying to give this dude any credit. He completely lied about everything. So the fact is that they're both lying. Ivan Raiklin is lying.
If they control both sides of the narrative, they pretty much have it locked up, don't they?
Yeah, and then we're over here like trying to tell you, hey, da-da-da, and then everybody points to us like there's something wrong with us. Oh, you're not believing the fight. Watch the wrestling match, you jackasses. Like, no, I know it's a wrestling match.
Kabuki Theater? Kabuki.
Yes, sir.
What did I say?
I'm not saying what you said. You're not tricking me into that.
I think I know what I said, and I don't think it's very good. I'm so sorry, guys.
Very bad human. Oh, dear God. That's by far a first.
Wow. All right, so complete success at Davos. What a great trip to Davos, President Trump writes. What a great trip to Davos it was. So many things accomplished, including the framework of a deal with NATO on Greenland. Also, the Board of Peace. Wow. Make America great again, President Donald J. Trump. And Shady, in 3 minutes, we are going to get on and we're going to go right to Rumble Premium at 1 o'clock on the nose, Shady, to follow the Bloodlines Part 3.
And I'm going to do a really quick plug. Thank you guys so much. Every single one of you that participate with this show, that have been following along with the show. We're now doing a project called called Rumble Premium, where we step into an aspect of the show. We kind of let go of the news cycle for the day, and we dig into the history of this country. And it's very interesting. Today, we're going to be reading from the section of the part. This is our third part in the one of you that participate with this show that have been following Bloodlines of the Illuminati. And today we're going to be getting into a number of things that are connecting you to Switzerland and a number of things that are connecting you to the Bundys, and getting into some of the meat and potatoes of each of these families. As we go through, you're going to see that they have their own specific arenas. Each of them have like their little outposts of what they're part of the black market economy that they're controlling. And this has been going on since the beginning of time, ladies and gentlemen.
My computer's acting really weird.
Over top of me, and I'll just talk.
No, my computer's messed up, dude. So this is not normal. I mean,
I'm on the struggle bus over here trying to do an ad.
You think you're on the struggle bus?
Yeah, I am. I'm doing an ad for Rumble Premium, and all I get is like, I'm hearing myself talk, and I'm hearing the.
I don't know what happened, man, because I'm trying to get the song ready for hour number 2, and YouTube is like being slow, and
now Facebook I'm on the screen next to that, whatever's going on here.
Oh my God.
What is happening?
I have no idea.
Oh,
So
Good.
thank you all for joining us on YouTube. Get over to rumble.com/MG show. Get a red castle. If you have a red castle, you can see what we're saying. Also, if you join Rumble Premium, like Shady suggested, we really appreciate it because it does help out the MG show. Get over there and help us out. And in 10 seconds, Shady, say goodbye, Shady.
Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. We love you. We will see you on Monday, and the MAGA will continue.
Let's go.
The MG Show. Not funded by dark money, but funded by listeners like you.